Peace and blessings, everyone. Welcome to the Humble Servant Homestead, guys. Today, I am in one of the hen house that we have here on the homestead, guys. Just come on out early this morning. Early this morning, I had to run out, and so I was not able to come on over and check on these birds just as yet. But I am out here right now checking on these birds, and so far they are doing really well. I have not fed them just as yet, but as y'all can see, I still have a little bit of feed inside of the feeder there, guys. Now, one of the thing is that you want to kind of try to prevent is not having feed left over overnight in your feeders, because what that does, it attracts the rats. And of course, spring is here and they're going to be real active, and we don't want to be dealing with too much rodent issue here on the homestead, guys, because you know that is a whole nother problem in it of itself. But so far these hens, they're doing really well. Mr. Rue right over there, I'm thinking I might have to go ahead and separate them out. And simple reason why, if you see that hen right there, guys, that hen, the back is starting to become a little bit bare from the rooster coupling, and that comes from spring is in the air. And so what's happening, they're coupling like crazy now. And of course, with that comes with new chicks. And that's one of the things. While I was out on the road today, I was talking to a lady, and she said her brother said, "Hey, why you don't have a rooster with your hens? You're not gonna get any eggs." And so, just want to let y'all know, because spring is here, and I want y'all to get on out there and get some chickens, guys. You don't necessarily have to have a rooster to get eggs from your hens, guys. The purpose for that rooster is pretty much to fertile those eggs, and with those eggs being fertile, the hens will sit on them for 21 days, up to pushing it 22 days, but more so 21 days, and you will have chicks hatched out. So that is the rooster job, is to fertile the eggs. But if you don't have a rooster, you will still get eggs from your birds. Okay, guys. And so I just wanted to come on in and drop in real quick, because yes, the weather is changing. And with that weather being changing, the sun is coming out, it's peeking out a bit more. And with that sunlight being peeked out a bit more, these hens, they're starting to get active. And I want to show you all real quick. Now, this is just 1 day's worth of eggs, guys. Look at that. Like I said, these roosters, they are, well, the hens rather, are getting super active. Now I'm going to go ahead and do a quick count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. We have 13 eggs in here. I want to say we have, right, I don't want to misquote. Let me count real quick and see how much hens we have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. And so we have 16 hens here in the hen house, guys. And as y'all can see, that is not a bad production, and we are only right at about going on 12 o'clock. So right at about noon, and that is how much eggs these hens have spit out so far. Now, what you have to understand is every day you get one egg from each chicken. Okay, it's not like a chicken is going to lay 2 eggs a day. Sometime what will happen, you may get a double yolk, and what happened is just that is just 2 yolk that drop down into that sack, and so they'll go ahead and coat it with the shell, and that's how you'll get a double yolk, guys. But most of the time, if not all the time, your chicken is going to lay just 1 egg a day, and that is a good production right there. That is not bad at all. And so what I actually want to go ahead and do is real quick, just go ahead and take a walk on up to the other houses and just to see what the production is looking like up there, guys. But I'm gonna tell you, definitely it is a big difference from what we was getting in the middle of winter. These hens, guys, you have to remember they slow down a whole lot during the winter months. Okay, you have to remember your chickens, they lay right up to about 280 semi odd eggs a year. So within that time, they will slow down with the lack of sunlight. They will slow down, and also, hey, you know, you got to come on out and check in on them. And of course, like y'all know, we don't use the artificial light here on the homestead. And so, hey, that happens as well, guys. And another thing is what I want y'all to also keep in mind, that can cause your chickens to slow down a whole lot on your homestead as well, or wherever you may be. If you have chickens that is, say, 2 years old and older, those chicken will not produce as much eggs as if they was 6 months old, a year old, a year and a half old, leading up to 2 years old. So once those chicken pass that point to where that they're about 3 years old, guys, going into 4 years old, those chickens slow down drastically, and that is just pretty much time for you to go ahead and, hate to say it, process those birds and cook them. Put them inside in the skillet, and just, go ahead and let them move on to the next step in the stage, because holding on to an older chicken, you're wasting feed. Sometimes they do still serve a purpose being old like that, which pretty much keeping down the bug pressure, weed pressure, and all that different kind of stuff, guys. But if you don't want to keep spending money on those birds buying feed, just go ahead, process them out, and get new ones in. We're going to take a quick little walk on up top and see how those birds are doing up there. Stay tuned. Okay, guys, and so here we are up at the other hen house, guys. Now, I know these eggs do look messy. Yes, they do. We had a little bit of rain yesterday, and so what happened? These birds, they came on in with their dirty feet and mess those eggs up, guys. But what we usually typically like to do is come out at least 2 to 3 times a day and collect these eggs, just to make sure that, the chickens, they're not messing with them, pecking on them, and damaging the eggs. And so what we're going to have to do, we have to go ahead and take these eggs on the inside and give them a good sterilized wash. Now, usually, if our eggs is not messy like that right there, this one is a pretty clean one. What we will go ahead and do with this egg right here, guys, is go ahead, put it inside of the carton and store it just the way how it is. Wipe off any little spot like that right there, because what happened, there is a bloom on this egg right here, that have a protective coating on this egg, and you would even be able to leave this egg out on your counter for at least about 2 weeks or so, with that bloom on there, because what happened, that egg is protected from the air. But with these ones that we have to go ahead and clean up, guys, I'm going to show you the good, the bad, and the ugly. With these ones that we're going to have to clean up, once we clean them, because we're damaging the bloom that is on the outside of this egg, so therefore we will have to wash these and put them in the refrigerator so that they can last for quite a while. All right, so pretty much, guys, we're gonna make one more stop at the other hen house up top and see how they're doing as well, guys. All right, stay tuned. Okay, and so here we are up at the other hen house. Of course, I have one rooster running with these girls here, and so we're going to go ahead and check them out pretty much to see how they are doing production wise. Okay, so right here, and look at that, guys. Look at that. This is not a bad production at all. So I just moved a few eggs from another nest box, and we'll go ahead and count how much hens we have in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we have 10 hens right there, and we are looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 eggs, guys. And like I said, it is still right at about 12 o'clock now. And so that is not a bad production at all. Like I said, the heat is um, the heat and the daylight time is getting brighter. There is no overcast, um, you know, holding back the sun, and so these hens, they starting to lay a whole lot more. And another thing, um, you know, I know out there, it's a lot of saying right now that the chicken feed. You know what, guys? It could may as well be the chicken feed that was keeping hens from laying. Because, and the reason why I can say that it could may as well be the chicken feed that was keeping the hens from laying. One thing that we have to remember here, guys, is that we do not control the feed that the birds are eating. Okay, we are not making them ourselves on our property, on our homestead, and so we buying them from the store. It ain't no telling what these people are putting in our chicken feed. And so, hey, I'm not going to rule that out. Okay, I'm not going to rule that out at all. Everybody and anybody is entitled to their own opinion. Yes, they are. And so, guys, I will not rule that out. I can say for me, I've been raising chickens for quite a while, a long, long time. Ever since a little boy coming up, parents used to raise broilers. Granddad used to have we call them common fowls back home in Jamaica. Of course, the weather in Jamaica is different, but in the December time, chickens even slow down there because if it's cold here in the States, 9 times out of 10 back home, it is a bit cold as well, guys. But since I've been here in the States, it's been at least about 10, I say probably longer than that, probably about 13 years or so since I've been raising chickens. And this is one of the things that we go through. Not to the point where the birds will completely stop laying. Our younger birds that would be like 6 months old, the birds that will still be producing, while the older birds, they'll slow down a whole lot. So one of the things to say about that, if you have older birds in your flock, what you need to go ahead and do, if you want to get more chicks, let them go ahead, couple with a rooster, and let them go broody. And so that way you can have more chicks on the homestead, and go ahead, put those older birds in the skillet, guys. It's a cycle, okay? And if you're not doing that cycle, we will run into that problem again. And then we'll say, hey, this, that. But just go ahead. You have older birds. If they're 2 years and older and going, go ahead and thin them out the flock, get new birds in, and be ready for upcoming winter, guys, if the Most High spare our lives. All right, so that is pretty much it right there. Just coming in just to stop to show you all the production from these birds here. And as always, guys, I want to say thanks to each and every one of you all out there for stopping by the Humble Servant Homestead. Just always stopping in, listening. To be honest with y'all, I'm not really a big talker. You know what I'm saying? I will sit down and talk, and, I will listen and I will dialogue with people, guys. But, with coming and doing the homesteading thing, I'm telling you, if it wasn't for the Most High and, him pushing and getting a little advice here and there, guys, I probably would be out there just doing the garden and just doing it and going about my day. But I know that there is a lot of knowledge that I may have. And like I said, these knowledge, I did not just learn them yesterday or pick them up today. And every day we are learning. And so with that, I want to just go ahead and come on in, just drop a little bit of nuggets here, guys, so we all can learn from that, you know. And so that is pretty much it, guys. Just want to say thanks to each and every one of y'all out there for stopping by the Humble Servant Homestead. And as always, peace and blessings to each and every one of y'all out there. And I want you all to have a blessed day.